What's up, like and comment land? This is your boy Jimmy Flame here today to show off my new free brush pack. You can get over at my Behance site. Make sure you hit that link. You'll get your free brush pack. It's called Phat Comix. I made it for Illustrator with comic illustrators in mind. It's pretty easy to use. It's pretty awesome if you ask me, but you can be the judge. Try it out. It's free, right? So just go download it. It's free. Open up the file that you download. It is an Adobe Illustrator file. It'll automatically open in Adobe Illustrator and then bring the pens in. Let's just hop in Illustrator. I'm gonna show you how to use it real quick. And ladies and gentlemen, the scene is set with the Cape Crusader. I love drawing Batman, especially for these little demos that I do. He's got, cool shapes to him, lots of triangles, lots of straight lines, pretty straightforward and easy. And to show you, I've opened up the file, the free file download, and the brushes are right here. If you look in the bottom right corner, you can see them. All 6 brushes are right here. You can, feel free to experiment with them. You can adjust the size, all that good stuff. But I'm going to show you what I feel is the best use for these, how to get the most out of it. And I'm using this cool Batman illustration. So real quick, let me adjust the opacity on this guy. And then I'm going to lock that layer. Yeah, I'm going to remind y'all all the time, lock your layers that you're not using. And I'm going to start a new layer and just call this one ink. So the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of start with just some straight lines in here, right? So grab your pen tool. Make sure that the fill layer is transparent and then your stroke layer is highlighted, and give yourself a couple points to work with. So I'm going to go with 3, and then I'm just going to start punching in some straight lines. Don't worry about curves right now. You can if you want, but I think this is the best approach. Just start doing your straight lines. And you see on the sketch where you have overlapping lines and all that stuff, go ahead and overdraw them. This will all make sense here shortly. Go ahead and just overdraw them, like draw across them. Go ahead and zoom in on the eyes here real quick. All right, so now that we've quickly drawn in the primitive lines, we can use the curvature tool to start making these things look pretty good. All right, so that looks pretty good. Now we can start putting our brushes in. Again, remember how the brushes automatically fill in down here in your brush panel, right? So the idea here is, to find where corners intersect, find where corners overlap, yada, 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 find where corners don't touch at all. Just real quick, let me enlarge this a little bit. And the intent behind these is you have the taper on both ends, which means the corners don't touch, right? Generally, it's really thin down the middle, which means that both sides do touch another line, and you want kind of like some characteristic where the line kind of shrinks a little as you draw, right? And then you have single tapers on each end. You get the idea. Wherever a line touches, you want to make sure that there's not a taper there. And then here's a little bit of a fatter line and a little bit of a fatter line, right? For those overlapping lines, right? So what I would like to do now, find each layer with overlapping lines, right? So we have overlaps here. These are all going to touch. So I know that I want to use something like this, right? And then Phat Comix, right? So it's a nice fat line. I'm going to wait to, actually, I already know I'm going to need to adjust some line weight here. So you just go to your stroke and you can start bringing it back a little bit, right? And voila, you get this nice little characteristic of a line here. And this one, you can do just like kind of like maybe, so we need a single taper, right? Whoops, opposite. So we're going to go like that on that one, and then the opposite on that one. Whoops. See where the connector is here? This will all make sense shortly, I swear. I swear. And then for this one, I'm going to use kind of like the skinnier taper for his neck. And then Whoops, let me bring the stroke weight down just a little bit. No, the stroke weight's fine where it was. And then this one, kind of same deal. I want them to connect on both ends. So let's see how extreme I kind of want it to go. That's kind of and then these guys, I want something skinny. This guy, something skinny. Same with this. Same with this. Yeah, and you just kind of pop these strokes in. Oops. Bring that back. I already know I'm going to need to bring this way down. 0.25 seems to be working there. And then same with this one. Probably going to be 2 point. Actually, let's roll with that. Okay. And then this one, I can just use a nice long line there. All right, now that I got my line working, this already looks kind of cool, you know, but of course we want to finish it out. So now that I have all the line weights in, I'm going to grab this whole thing, object, expand appearance, expand, and now I want to ungroup it. Make sure you ungroup this bad boy, ungroup it a couple times just to make sure, actually it already did it all the way. And then make sure you have them all chosen again, and then go up here to your Pathfinder. And what we want to do is divide everything. And this is where you can kind of go in and start chiseling out all of those overlaps. So this is where the overlaps come in handy. And we just simply, whoops, it's grouping something. So again, you got to make sure you go around and ungroup like everything. There you go. And you do that just by grabbing on the inside and delete anything that overlaps. Super simple, right? Kind of like that, kind of like that. Got a little guy in here. The eyes. All right, so the ink layer is done. And the easiest way to color it is, I know this is about the ink pen itself, but from this point, like I might as well throw it in there. An easy way to color it, rectangle tool, just make sure that all of it's covered. I'm going to kind of do the same thing here. We go rectangle, change the color to something neutral and flat. Like I like going, I don't know, something like that, right? And then I'm going to move it all the way to the back, arrange, center the back, select all. Now go into your Pathfinder and you can go divide again, right? And now choose just the box we made in the background, object, ungroup. And now we can go in and delete. Now in each little tiny panel, we have different color options, right? So now I can go like do the Batman blue or whatever. Might be a little bit too blue. I like using the knife tool. Depending on your workspace, it's probably hidden either behind the eraser tool, or if you just go to all your tools, you can just go in and find it. It's under modify. Another thing you can do is use the blob brush and just start manually painting in our shadow. And voila, fairly quickly, fairly easily, we got a cool looking Batman with my brand new brush set. It's right over here on my Behance page. Again, behance.net/DrewFlames. Make sure you're subscribed to my page. All kinds of stuff. I got new brush packs coming all the time. So this is it right here. This is the free one. Behance.net/DrewFlames. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Like and comment, land. Make sure you do the thing. Follow me, subscribe, whatever. Wherever you see this. Let's hook it up. All right. Till next time. Ow!